Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Amelia Putri with student ID 14012132214. And today we'll be talking about the importance of Islamic character. So when we are asked to describe our favorite person, we don't normally talk about their race or their religion or their nationality. Instead, we talk about their character as a person. And that is why for us Muslims, it's very important for us to treasure our character. Not only does it represent us, but it also represents our religion as well as our beliefs. The importance of good character is something that most of us are aware of since we were kids. However, growing up in this very fast evolving world, it is often that we sometimes forget the very basics of it. In Islam, there is a term known as akhlaq. This is the conduct or character of a human being. It refers to the practice of virtue, morality, and manner. To put it simply, it is basically Muslim behavior. It is the attitude and the ethics. Akhlaq, from the Islamic perspective, is a very important topic because akhlaq appears in many hadiths as well as the Quran, confirming the very importance of it. For example, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُوقٍ عَظِيمٍ. This is a verse from the Quran from Surah Al-Qalam, verse 4. It talks about the Prophet ﷺ's great example as a character. The English translation is, "Indeed, you are of lofty character." Al-akhlaq is a very general term, which means character, and this can be divided into two, good characters and bad characters. Now, examples of good character is being good to your parents. Now, this means that we never raise our voice at them, we never disobey them, and then we also help others who might need our help. And the third example is giving good advice to others. It is important that we Muslims remind ourselves to advise one another. And the fourth is to speak the truth and fulfill promises. Now, promises can be as little as giving back a pen, or promises can be as little as promising to meet them in the future again. It is important that we fulfill these promises in order to maintain good character. And as for bad character, the first example is speaking ill about others. And this is a problem that most of us face, where we tend to gossip or we tend to talk behind people's back. And then the second is exposing people's weaknesses. An example of this, during Ramadan, there may be some of our brothers and sisters who may have sinned in the past and are trying to be better for Ramadan. And instead of exposing their weaknesses, instead of exposing their sins to the public and humiliating them, rather than you should advise them and praise them for trying their best. The third example of bad character is disobeying parents, and fourth is consumed with greed and envy. Some people may associate akhlaq with morals and ethics, and although they're very similar, they do have their differences. Moral does talk about the goods and the bads, the right and the wrong. However, it is based on the teachings of the traditions that apply on a particular society. Whereas ethics, it is based on human reasoning. And akhlaq is based on the Quran. It is based on Islamic teaching. Moving on to characteristics of akhlaq, we say that akhlaq is absolute because it is very pure. And we say that akhlaq is permanent because it does not change over time. And akhlaq is very stable. And we also say that akhlaq is universal because akhlaq applies to all Muslims around the world and is the same for all Muslims around the world. Now that we know more about akhlaq, the question comes, how can we practice good akhlaq? Well, first towards Allah, and we do this by declaring the oneness of Allah. We do this by having taqwa and avoiding what He has prohibited. And then there is akhlaq towards ourselves, and that is having peace, maintaining peace and being patient. And then there is akhlaq towards our family, that is respecting our parents, respecting our siblings, our elderlies. And finally, there is akhlaq towards society, and that is simply being generous to the community, helping others who may need help. With all that said, I hope that today's topic benefits us all and improve this ummah's character. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.